what's up YouTube? My beloved husband, kind Kendra, my fellow Iceland fans and followers, and my Hellfire climbers and subscribers. This is your Hellfire leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking the Finger 27. Everyone doing today. So I just realized there are two articles that pop up on my feed, and I feel like discussing that with you. And of course, I'll be discussing my opinion on the Crow remake. But before I start, you guys, thank you so much for supporting my YouTube channel. You guys are awesome. I want to tell all of you continue the wonderful work, and of course as well, like I said in all my videos, if you guys really enjoy this video, press that like button. And if you're new to my channel, you put my Hellfire Club, you have to smash and punch the subscribe button and ring the notification bell for upcoming vlogs, unboxing videos, and so many awesome things throughout the channel. And of course as well, you guys need to contact me for thumbnail making, sponsorship, video editing, or so many other things. I'd be happy to help. You can always contact me on my Twitter, my Instagram, my blog posts, my Pinterest, my Discord, my Twitch. And of course as well, check out my beloved husband, Kind Kendra's YouTube channel, you guys. Check out his latest live stream today, and we're going to be playing Final Fantasy. So I'll be partying with my husband over there in that channel, and you guys can join him and enjoy the funny, silly jokes that me and him play. And of course, you guys need to contact him for other business, meaning like writing or artwork, etc. You can always contact him on his X, which is his Twitter, and of course his Instagram. Of course, it's phenomenal blog posts, you guys. My husband's so talented, and I love how unique and superb he is with his writing and art. Love you, honey. So let's get back to the video. So TMZ and Screen Rant just released two articles based on the remake of The Crow. So I'm going to start with the TMZ article, and it's showing how the original actress who played Sarah in the Crow movie in the 1995 version expressed how she feel about the remake. So it says right here, she's saying the actor playing Eric Devon is just plain yuck. And who can blame her, right? So as you guys can see, it says right here, one of the original main characters from the original The Crow is slamming the remake, and she's mostly worried about how Bill Skarsgård will be portraying the late Brandon Lee's iconic character. Rochelle Davis, who plays Sarah in the 1994 goth cult classic, tells TMZ Bill's revamped Crow doesn't resemble anything about the true character, not even from the comic book, and her initial reaction to the first images of Bill and the character was plain yuck. Even before photos of Bill as Eric Devon came out this week, Rochelle says she wasn't expecting anything good to begin with, and her suspicions were ultimately confirmed. Rochelle's not bashing Bill's talent as an actor, but she hates his dingy, dirty, grungy look, and says producers made this version of Eric Devon look like the bad guys he's supposed to be fighting. As you can see, she's not wrong about that. So for Rochelle, Eric Devon is supposed to be a good man with a good soul, and the remake seems to be missing the mark here, at least what she can see so far. What's more, Rochelle wishes there were more diversity in the cast. She says anyone other than a straight white male will be a better fit for replacing Brendan's character, and she thinks producers have cast someone who resembles Brendan out of respect. Remember, Brendan was shot and killed by a prop gun on The Crow, said Rochelle. The least Hollywood could do was giving him some reverences and not a remake to his last flick. With that said, Rochelle gives filmmakers props for casting FKA Twigs as Shelley. At this point, it shouldn't come as a shock, Rochelle tells us she does not plan on watching the remake mainly out of respect for Brandon, and she's calling out other fans of the original movie to boycott and the new version. There's been some fan outrage over Bill's look, and Rochelle knows folks are going to watch regardless, at least for curiosity's sake, and she does find some joy in the remake, introducing newer generations to The Crow. Bottom line, she ain't a fan of the new take. So, other than that, we go to Screen Rant, see what they say, right? So, Screen Rant says the Crow remake is adding more backstory to Eric and Shelley, potentially changing the original dark tone and themes. Director Rupert Sanders is focusing on a dark romance between Eric and Shelley, adding a new layer to the story. While more insight into their relationship could make their deaths more tragic and also risk humanizing the Crow too much. Oh boy. The Crow remake is already making a bold move regarding one of the most important aspects of the original film, based on the 1989 comic book of the same name of James O'Barr the Crow. Sees musician Eric Davin, who along with his girlfriend Shelley is murdered by a ruthless gang before being resurrected by a mysterious crow. Although set photos for the Crow remake shows Bill Skarsgård as Eric or the Crow and F.K. Twigs as Shelley, let us to know the Crow remake cast story on how much of the source material the new movie will remain faithful to. While initial reactions to The Crow are polarizing to say the least, the unique direction that the reboot filmmakers are taking the aesthetic and suggests that the overall tone feel of the remake will be a distinct and somewhat original. However, there is one crucial element of the original movie that the reboots look like it will change the world completely, change the story. Whether the audience appreciate the Crow reboot story change remains to be seen, but its interesting implications for the upcoming superhero movie. The Crow remake is adding more of Eric and Shelley's backstory. The revelation is a big departure from the original film, as audiences were only provided a glimpse into the life that Eric and Shelley had a series of brief flashbacks. Oh boy. So, as you guys can see, they're just gonna change the story. And, like, overall, I just don't think this is a good idea, you guys. It really isn't. And here are the cast so far. We have Bill Skarsgård as Eric, Twigs as Shelley, Isabella Wee as Zadie, which I don't know who that is, and they still don't know. We don't know who the rest of the characters are, you know. And of course, they already saying that the Crow remake, if they add a backstory based on this, I mean, here's a photo right here, as you guys can see. It's gonna take away the original movie back then. So it's not gonna be the same as the original as we were hoping with the one with Brenda Lee. So like, what's the whole point of it? You know? See, as you guys can see, like a little sneak peek. I mean, I have nothing wrong with the actors playing these characters. It's like you're just changing and making it too modern. It's not gonna be the same as the classics, and it's really sad if you ask me. And you guys want to know who the director is, right? I'll just Google it right here, right? Like, the director of this new remake of The Crow, right? Is this guy right here. You guys can see. He's he's the same guy. You guys probably recognize him. He was the same guy who did Snow White and the Huntsman and Ghost in the Shell. And he's also the one that had an affair with Kristen Stewart, the controversial, part. Remember when he was having an affair with her, and and his wife found out? That was kind of embarrassing. If I don't know, I'm not. I don't know, you guys. I just feel like, in my opinion, I feel like this is gonna flop. You know, I just know that this is gonna flop big time because look, I have nothing against the actor Bill Skarsgård because his last name is so iconic. His brothers are really talented because I recognize his brother from True Blood, you know. So, and his dad was in the Marvel movies. You remember them, right? They're very famous. So, and he is also known playing Pennywise in It, the franchise, in Chapter 1 and 2. And now they're making a TV series, right? But he's not going to be in it. It's just about the origins of Pennywise. But anyway, I have nothing against Bill. I just think that when they decide to say, like, yeah, let's make a remake, all of a sudden, I'm like, huh? You're gonna make a remake of the classic film back in the 90s? Why? And then you're saying like, oh, we should have a backstory about both Eric and Shelley, how it came about before the murders came along. It's like, no, no. To me, I'm always been a fan of Brandon Lee because out of respect, I'm gonna say this right now. We all should be respecting Brandon Lee's legacy. Because, like, in the article says, he died by a prop gun, for crying out loud. He died on that set. And I don't know if the original director of The Crow is still around. I gotta make sure his reaction towards this film because it is really sad because you're taking something that's already been done before and you want to remaster it to make it so modern. You want to make some changes. You want to make it so interesting for the modern audiences. Really? No. No. I put my foot down because I'm a 90s kid and maybe all of you that's watching my video right now are 90s kids, or early, 2000s. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, I love the classics more than anything in the world. I'm just tired of every director trying to make a remake of every film that has already been done before. Why couldn't you make something original? Why can't you make something on your own? Why can't you make something different? No, you just decide to take all these classic films that we grew up watching and remastering it and changing it by little by making it so not original, not classic enough because I just feel like in my heart, it hurts. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I don't speak for Brandon Lee's family. I don't speak for his mother, his fiance. I don't speak for his sister. But out of respect, if I was them, if I was like their spokesperson, I'll say this is not really necessary, because our brother, my fiance, my son just lost his life because he did this movie and now you decided to like make a remake out of his legacy. Is this supposed to be a tribute to him? Is it supposed to be something he should be known for? But no, you decide to add little things to make things worse because Brandon didn't die for nothing. Yes, it was an accident, you know, and I just feel like it's wrong, you know. I just like I truly do miss Brandon Lee personally because he's a good actor and he was young too. Like he had so much, things ahead of himself. He's about to like get married, start a life and everything. I don't want to speak behalf on his fiance, but it's like it's tragic, you know. You just taking movies that have been, like I said, you're taking movies out of our childhood and sabotaging it just to please other people. Look, out of respect, I get it. Like, if people are like in the Gen Z generation want to see, modern versions of the classic films, but you did grow up in that time in the early 2000s. I don't know why you need a remake of a film that already been, done in the 90s. Like, you could always rent a DVD, go to Blockbuster or, I don't know, to Amazon, and you can always find DVDs. You can even read the comic book. It's already been done. Do we need a remake? No. In my opinion, no. But you can always look at the classic films. Are you that lazy to not admire the whole originality of the films? Like, for me, right, my folks, my parents, they always sit me down and I got to watch movies from the 80s or the early 70s. I even got to see classic TV series like I Love Lucy, The Honeymooners, and the Jensens, the Flintstones, and I was not even born that time, but I got to see them. They're like classic cartoons that I never seen before, but I decided to grow up watching because I love the texture, I love the color, I love everything about it. But once you take things for granted and decide to like remaster everything, it's not the same thing. And I just don't understand. Like, why can you make something so original? No, you just want to like change everything to please them. What about us? You just ignore the fact that some millennials and other people that grew up watching this film don't care? Of course we care. We just don't want, an iconic film from the 90s being sabotaged and you decide to throw it away in our faces like, oh yeah, we'll make this remake, but we're gonna make it our version. We wanted something like a backstory. We wanted something, what happened to these characters. Nope. I'm sorry. I'm not going to spend this amount of money. I'm not going to spend $40 for a movie ticket and see The Crow. I'd rather see the classic one. And remind all of you, yes, The Crow was a little bit depressing because of what happened to Eric and his fiance. I mean, but at the same time, it was something classic because this was his late and his final movie. And the director from the original movie, paid tribute to that. And it still brings me to tears. But all I ask is like keep the original as it is. Keep all the movies as it is. Don't make any more changes, please. But what do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts. So comment down below what do you guys think. And of course as well, if you guys really enjoyed this video, like I said, press that like button. If you guys are new to my channel, subscribe and support my channel. And of course as well, keep supporting my husband Kyle McKinnon YouTube channel as well, you guys. Alright? Hopefully you guys really, understand where I'm coming from, alright? So this is your Hellfire Leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking Dead Fangirl Girl 27 signing off. See you guys in the next video. Love you, honey. Peace out.